Another attorney commercial with big promises? Millions of dollars, practicing law 24 hours a day, blah, blah, blah. Let's get rid of the smoke and mirrors. None of that really matters. What does matter? Having a medical doctor as your attorney. That matters.
All right, my friends, let's talk the big changes here that move in Thursday night. So here's a look at the wind speed Thursday afternoon, and it's not bad. But as we head into early Friday, we start to see the Arctic air come in from the east, and you see speeds starting to pick up. The speeds get over 15 miles per hour. My flow lines are going to show up here. That's the push of the Arctic air during the morning on Friday. So high temperatures will occur while you're sleeping. Daytime high will be as the day is starting east of the mountains, and the temperatures will drop during the day. As the western edge of this really cold air mass moves into eastern Colorado, this is going to be a big-time weather maker for the southern part of the country over the weekend as well, with some freezing rain, some sleet, some snow, a kind of mess to figure out there. For us, what we see here, and I just want you to kind of get the feel here, whatever the temperature is at midnight east of the mountains, I think will be the high, because that colder air is coming east. Usually in the models, the temperature drop just doesn't have it tight enough as the gradient is, but you get the idea here that the numbers will keep falling through the day. Don't forget about that wind that I showed you, because that really is an impact in terms of how it's going to feel outside. So let's focus in on that here as we move into early Friday morning as well, because the numbers, especially as the wind picks up, are going to go down below zero in terms of how it feels outside and how quick any exposed skin is losing heat. So some of these numbers are going to end up below zero. They'll keep falling as we head through the day, and it will be a situation where you do need to bundle up. Notice that the mountain areas won't be as cold, even on the feels like, because this Arctic air is really shallow. I think it stays down below about 7,500, 8,000 feet or so during the day on Friday, but we'll keep pushing it into the hills Friday night. And so as we head into early Saturday morning, wind chills are coming down and the temperatures drop over some of the mountain areas as well. We will have some scattered light snow showers around on Friday, snow over the mountains as well. So even where it's not cold, we will have snow, so a wintry weekend on the way. It will kind of snow through Saturday. Might get a little bit of a break late Friday afternoon east of the mountains, but then one of the challenges of the forecast is how quick we clear out here into early Sunday morning, because that could allow the temperatures just to tank here in a big way. Snow over the mountain areas, I think there'll be some spots that get more than a foot. We'll start doing some sort of zoomed in details here over the next couple of days. And there might be more than 3 inches in some spots along the interstate. Airy, fluffy stuff that you can just broom or get out the blower, you know, especially if you're doing it pretty frequently here, a couple inches out across the plains. We'll fine tune this here, again, starting to get those detailed maps here coming probably during the day on Thursday. But again, I think the bigger story, in addition to the snow, in fact, the biggest story is the wind chill that is going to be dangerous in some areas, especially through the day on Friday as the true Arctic air arrives. So we'll get one, like kind of the leading edge of the cold air as we move into Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. It'll start backing in from the east, but the real stuff is early Friday morning, and that's when the wind chills start coming down below zero for some areas here. Even by late in the day, we're down around zero, I think, in some of the cities up across the Front Range. A little bit higher in elevation, a little bit quicker into that air mass. The feels like and the wind chills will get down below zero quicker for the springs up across I-70, parts of the plains here to the north of Highway 50, so certainly a day to bundle up. Then I told you about that back part of the forecast. How quick we clear out Saturday night into Sunday morning will determine how low the temperatures get, but I think we'll be below zero for the areas that do clear out. If we still have some low clouds, we may stay right around zero for parts of the eastern plains, but during the day on Sunday, we'll start to do this fight of warmer air trying to come down the hillsides, and so some areas will be really, really chilly, while others are starting to warm up in the late morning into the middle part of the day. Some spots could end up around freezing or so. That will kind of depend on how much snow is on the ground, but some areas are still going to be really, really chilly, so it's one of those days where there may be some wild temperature swings across the area. Stick with Peaks to Plains weather over the next couple of days. We'll start honing in those snow amounts for detailed areas, but again, wind chill's going to be below zero here on Friday east of the Rocky Mountains as the Arctic air moves in.